like locals.
First up is El Pescadito, which is in La Codensa. Super cheap. I ended up getting 2 tacos here, one being the classic fish taco and then a shrimp one as well. And then we went fancy. We went to Pujol, which was featured on Chef's Table, con 3 Michelin stars, and it was ranked 5th best restaurant in the world in 2022. First, we started off with this corn and ant dish and a pea lettuce dish. The ants are basically the black speckles in the corn sauce. This is the oyster snail ceviche. This was my group's favorite dish. If you like something citrusy and refreshing, this is definitely the dish for you. Here I am trying it.
Mix it up. Alright, let's go in for the taste test.
Next up is a pineapple El Pastor tostada. This one was good as well, but it was definitely overpowered by the pineapple taste. Here's my friend Laura and I trying it together. This is the bluefin tuna dish. This was my group's second favorite dish. Super tender. This is the chicken and sauce reduction dish. This was our least favorite dish. It was okay. This is the 3,000 plus day old mole, and then in the center there's the fresher mole with plum. I think this was featured on Chef's Table, and here I am using the fresher mole, putting it on this flour tortilla with this leaf that tasted like medicine. Overall it was good, but not my type of dish. This was the guava ice cream, and one thing about Mexico City is that if you like fruity desserts, this is your place. I'm such a dessert whore and this was good. This was a strawberry and raspberry cake. We pretended that it was one of our birthdays and we got that. Here's the total cost, pretty cheap for 3 Michelin stars. Next up is a hot air balloon ride that my group did in Teotihuacan. It was super cheap for having to transport all the way over there, as well as just experience a hot air balloon for the first time for many of us. Definitely recommend this experience, and we definitely got some cool drone footage out of it, which you had to pay a little bit extra for, but it was still cheap.
Y en tu mirada ya puedo ver la respuesta. Deja que los cuerpos hablen, no hace falta más. Si ya muy bien tú sabes lo que va a pasar. Tú me pones la mente a falta palabras, fue un lenguaje corporal. Todo fluyó natural, de lejos se notaba la energía sexual. Mami, ¿qué más? Hay algo en ti que me tiene mal, una belleza que me quema. Cuando vaya, la nota me estalla. Mami, ¿qué más? Hay algo en ti que me tiene mal. Sé que anda puesta para el problema. Dale, guaya, que yo te doy falla, falla. Deja que los cuerpos hablen, no hace falta más. Sí, ya muy bien tú sabes lo que va a pasar. Tú me pones la mente a volar. Deja que los cuerpos hablen, no hace falta más. Sí, ya muy bien tú sabes lo que va a pasar. Si conmigo te dejas llevar. Nah. Mami, ¿qué más? Hay algo en ti que me tiene mal, una belleza que me quema. Cuando vaya, la nota me estalla. Mami, ¿qué más? Hay algo en ti que me tiene mal. Sé que anda puesta para el problema. Dale, guaya, que yo te doy falla, falla. Deja que los cuerpos hablen, no hace falta más. Sí, ya muy bien tú sabes lo que va a pasar.
This was the total cost and included transportation, even breakfast as seen here, buffet style. And then here I am about to show like a bunch of other spots that we randomly went to, like this acai bowl spot. This is Umai, which is in Roma Norte. It's a Japanese restaurant. We originally tried going somewhere else, but a reservation said it didn't exist. And here basically what we got. I got this ribeye sushi roll, which is absolutely delicious though. This is Licoreria Limantour, which is in Roma Norte. It was voted 4th best cocktail bar in the world. This was my favorite bar of the entire trip, where they had drinks like margarita al pastor, which is definitely unique, and all the drinks were delicious. Then I was absolutely drunk out of my mind, and we went to Churreria El Moro, which is a chain churro spot. They made it fresh there. It was absolutely delicious. Even came with multiple dips. Definitely recommend this as well.
First bite.
Yes. Alright, so next morning we went to Bella Aurora, which is right next to this Panaderia coffee spot that was nearby our Airbnb. The thing about the coffee spots and pastry spots was that their ham and cheese croissants were to die for. And so I definitely recommend getting something like that. Super flaky, super crispy, very European. Here's a shot of me opening up one and completely messing it up. Then we went to Tacos de Canasta Los Especiales in Zocalo, which was a public square in Mexico City. These were bucket tacos, which was just steamed tacos, delicious and so cheap. And then for dinner we went to Contramar, which was in Roma Norte. It was a seafood restaurant, absolutely delicious, but I also think it was because we were so sick of tacos at this point that this was refreshing, very light. We even got pina coladas, which was delicious. Here's some octopus here. And some other dishes as shown. And then another favorite was this fish dish with a green and red sauce. That was amazing as well. Afterwards, we went to Handshake Speakeasy. It was voted 2nd best cocktail bar in North America. This place also had unique drinks, like for example, I got a strawberry pancake cocktail, which was good, definitely on the sweeter side. but the vibes in here were immaculate, and here's my friend's drink being lit on fire, so definitely cool, and the service was great here. The next day we went to Jenni's Street Quesadillas in Roma Norte, completely by accident too, but these tacos were fire. I got the chicharron taco, super good.
So good.
Alright, if you're in Mexico, you gotta go to a Lucha Libre event. So here we are at one. We are in a VIP section for super cheap, like $60, and it includes food, as well as some drinks as well. Super entertaining, and definitely recommend to enjoy a night out with this. The next morning we went to Lardo, which is another pastry spot and coffee spot in La Convenza. Here I am with a lemon donut. I also got a ham and cheese croissant again, but that's not videotaped. But here I am taking a bite out of this delicious donut.
Wow. That creamy jiggle.
This is the most expensive restaurant we went to. This is Quintonil, which is also in Polanco. It was ranked 9th best restaurant in the world in 2022, and I think it's better than Pujol. We started off this lettuce dish, which exceeded our expectations, and we also got this pineapple cocktail, which is also good. So from here on out, this is what made Quintonil so much better than Pujol. This melon tomato salad was delicious, super refreshing. The scallop was delicious. Nothing to complain about here. You already could tell that this was so much better prepared. The service was great. We even got this vegetable ceviche and smoked cactus. This was an addition to our taco platter, and that in itself was unique because they even served it with things like ants, grasshopper, cricket, all into one entree here. You can see there the ants by the chorizo. There was grasshopper in that salsa. Here they are even just showing off the insects that they used in the dish, which is quite interesting. The striped bass literally melted in your mouth, as well as that yellow sauce right there. That sauce itself was buttery, and this aged duck with mole was amazing. That skin, absolutely crispy. Nothing to complain about with this. This was a palate cleanser, a cactus paddle sorbet. It kind of tasted like lime sorbet. This was a passion fruit ice cream dish with caviar, and now I understand why people put caviar in this stuff. And then to end it off, we had a mamai fruit panna cotta. Mamai fruit is kind of like a papaya. This was also delicious, and if you want fancy, definitely go here. After this, we went to Hanky Panky, which was the most speakeasy vibe out of all of them. This was located in a taco shop, which is hard to find in itself, and it was ranked 13th best cocktail bar in the world. Here we are with our drinks here. I got a fruity drink, as usual. I was pretty sick of alcohol at this point, but if you want to go to like a speakeasy type bar, definitely go here then. Right after, we went to Esquites Ruls, which was not planned. We just wanted corn in a cup here. Pretty delicious, pretty cheap as well. Then my group was like, no, we want some tacos as well. So then we went to Taqueria Orinoco, which is by our Airbnb. We took it home. Definitely recommend getting it with the Costra option, which is just a cheese-filled taco. The next morning we went to Madre Cafe in Roma Norte. Do not get the water here. My friend Esmond literally died from like a stomach flu, like contamination thing from the water here. No one else drank the water besides him, and so we know it's the water. But other than that, like the food was good in itself, but today marked the first day where people started dying from like stomach flu related things. I mean dying in like a joking way, like dying as in stomach and other parts dying in that sense. Then for dinner we went to Baltra Bar in La Condensa for the 32nd best cocktail bar in the world. It was okay. I was definitely over alcohol by now. If you don't have any plans, I guess you can come here. Who knew there was good pizza in Mexico City? This is Pizza Felix in Roma Norte. Definitely recommend this for Italian fix-up type of meal. Here's the pasta, and then of course we had to get the pizza, and that was absolutely amazing. We had a meat lovers one, as well as a margarita one with burrata on it. Definitely delicious, and highly recommend this spot.
Get a Michelin star if they were a French restaurant, but because it's now more like a fusion, then the second they switched fusion, they...
Here's another thing that you could do here, which is go to the Anthropology Museum. The total cost in a ticket itself is about $5 USD. Super cheap and a lot to do. This was like one of the most massive museums I've ever been to. But by this point, my stomach was absolutely such a mess. I had the stomach flu at this point, so I couldn't really enjoy this spot. But so many things to do in this museum in itself, and things to get as well from the gift shop. Definitely recommend this, especially it being in Polanco too. There's things to do nearby that you can bike around, you can go sightseeing, you can go shopping. After spending hours at the museum, we went to Agua Sal in Polanco. This was a fish, seafood type restaurant. We got calamari here, and we also got tacos. The shrimp taco, absolutely bomb, as well as the fish taco. Definitely get that. Then for dinner, we went to Blanco Castelar in Polanco. This was by far the prettiest restaurant. It was a house turned into a restaurant, so just look at the vibes in here. The chandelier was pretty as hell. Even just anything like the floor, I don't know, was pretty. The trees in here, definitely a vibe. Okay, the butter that you see on the left side there, crack. Eat it. I'll get you one.
Yeah, I'll get you one.
From a Gen Z.
Straight from the source.
Oh, I feel like I don't do Gen Z.
The food was good, especially the dessert here. We got flan and this sorpresa de limón, so lemon surprise. It was basically like a lemon encasing, but it was white chocolate filled with some mousse-like consistency and like lemon filling. Alright, here are my thoughts. First, Quintonil is better than Pujol. You can fight me on that, but it is better. Definitely presentation-wise and service-wise better. Pizza in Mexico City was great as hell. Loved the pizza. Even though we only went to one, but you know, I love the pizza. Otherwise, for things to do, hot air balloon was super cool. Definitely recommend that. And Limantour was our favorite bar. Go to there. And then last but not least, do not drink the water in Mexico City. Drink bottled stuff. Don't be like me having to go to urgent care returning back to the US.